Hi there, Eugene here from Sprouting Dreams Farm, and behind me is the microgreens doing this again this week. I want to talk about first that I do these videos more for a journal so I can see where I was in years to come. Another thing I want to talk about, or very quickly, these are just my thoughts. That's what today is about, just quick thoughts. And 2 minutes or 5 or 15 minutes of safety can save you years of pain. So, for instance, I build my scaffold, put an extra support beam in there so that when I'm working and painting the front of the house, that it doesn't just collapse. It takes me 2 more minutes or 10 more minutes to cut the wood and put a beam in the center of this long board so I don't fall. And if I did fall, I'd hurt myself and probably be in pain for a really long time. Another thing I want to talk about is that life really throws you curveballs. When things are going well, you don't really know what's going to happen next. And that can really put a damper, and we just have to stay strong and have faith in a higher power that everything's going to be all right. For instance, the rain has really hindered my progress on the painting. Another thing too is when we're interacting with other people, we can't always know how they're doing. Communicating is very important, and consistently communicating on a regular basis is really important. Those can always be curveballs thrown at you, is when other people have ideas of what you should or shouldn't be doing, or how you should or shouldn't be interacting. Another thing I want to talk about too, which I've been trying to do my best, is be like water, you keep the fire inside alive. And that's to go with the flow, but keep your passion burning. You don't want to flow too much, because if you flow too much, then other people really take you where they want you to go. So it's a very interesting balance right there. I did make a poem at one point. I don't remember it off the top of my head. It was something like, the boat was rocked, yet I'm still on board. I'm not on this boat anymore. I'm on a different boat now. Or actually, the mermaid caught me. So the boat was rocked, yet I'm still on board. My feet are planted here for the grace of God. I didn't hold on to the rail. It would just hurt my arm. And if I did fly off, a mermaid would catch me. It was something like that, and it was basically a reflection of the job that I had. It wasn't a really good situation. People were getting used, and that's a really bad place to be, and that reflects on a lot of the situation that people are in now with corporate life, and how they think they have to do things to keep up with what they've been doing. And I'm going to ramble on this video. Hopefully it will help someone. And I was thinking about, influence from my parents, and, how they were even taught and influenced. And it's just very interesting to think that, for instance, my grandparents were exposed to swaddle boards. And the progression that we have now of how we should treat young ones and try to develop them emotionally is something that's very progressive and very important. Going back to that, I guess just to round this out and continue, here's my little scaffold with that nice cross beam. It is to paint that whole up side. I'm working on that last window. You can look right behind me, and you can see this window is not painted. This window has to be painted still. Well, I'm learning how to use this thing still. Nonetheless, being in the vibration of love, knowing what we want to do, letting the currents take us a little bit so that we can experience life and see what opportunities present us, but yet still make opportunities for ourselves. Keep what you want to do, what really drives you to do that. And hopefully over the years I get to continue working with plants. I'm reading a book right now, The Medical Medium, and he's talking about elevated microorganisms on organic produce. and how that can really heal your gut. So eating healthy, living in love, drinking clean water, breathing fresh air, all these things are very important. So I'm rambling. When I see myself in many years, I'll know where I was at this point. And if these words can just help anyone at any point, then, or myself in many years, then it was worth my time taking a leisurely stroll and dicking around from my task at hand. Nonetheless, I hope everyone's well, and I hope if you like these videos, please subscribe, and hopefully I will continue to have the consistency to continue making them. And as a personal note, that first video about victim versus, trying to push through and that willpower, just a little bit of consistency has brought me a long way. I'm looking forward to continuing on my health journey for the third time now. First time when I was a fat teenager, got into physical well-being. The second time, got fat again, wasn't eating right, on that bodybuilding, weightlifting mentality, which a lot of people are very focused on, very obsessed with exercise. Got the nutrition aspect, and now I guess I'm kind of working on the mental state, learning how to balance very many aspects of life, learning that I have to be able to do what I want to do consistently over many years, in balance with many life factors and many people, to have it so that it's something sustainable. We all like to go real hard. I remember when I first got into yoga many years ago, I would do an Ashtanga practice or a Vinyasa, Baron Baptiste Vinyasa practice on a daily basis. And that was provided a lot of tremendous benefits. But with the work I'm doing now and my lifestyle, I don't think that's able to be sustained and balanced. So, again, hope all is well. This is the third transition from a state of a different level of health state that I hope to attain. I hope to be able to pick up or look in my pocket, see the pebbles that I picked up along the years of living and the experiences I've had. Look at them, remember what I've learned, incorporate what worked, get rid of what didn't, and keep learning more. Thank you everyone for listening, and I hope that someone else gets benefit by this. And I hope to continue these videos because I like speaking, and it's fun for me. Hope all is well.